Yes, Rupal, I am doing quite well. Thank you so much for asking. Everything is going great. The only thing is the weather. I'm not happy with the weather. It's
Okay.
changing constantly. What about you?
The weather is good, but yeah, I feel the same. It is changing drastically. I mean, yesterday it was pouring, and now it is humid. So I really resonate with you, what you're saying, and I have been doing fantastic, I would say. Apart from that, yeah, it's very humid, it's very hot, but yeah, I was
Right.
enjoying the weather yesterday.
Okay, I see. Yesterday I got to hear that in some of the areas it was raining cats and dogs, right? It was raining very
Yeah,
heavily.
exactly. Yes, it was bucketing down, and I
Oh,
really feel that it has been happening quite frequently now. It is not something rare anymore. It is not occasional anymore. It has become really frequent and normal these days. Very usual. What do
okay,
you
I
feel?
see. Yes, totally. Because, as I told you that I am not happy with the weather at all. Nowadays, what is happening in Assam, Rupal, not only in Assam, maybe in most of the places, if it is very hot, if it is very humid, all of a sudden we get rainfall. Okay, again, it's
Okay.
all right. Because of the constant
Yeah.
rainfall, flood happens. Again, there is, a bit a kind of hot and sunny weather. It's just repeating in cycles, I think. And you cannot predict it at all. It's not that today the weather is very good, tomorrow also it will be the same. No, it might be the exact opposite, right? So that is the scary part of the weather.
And I so feel that as humans we are somewhere responsible for this. Okay,
Right.
because we are forgetting the balance between building something great. And this is I'm amazed that how can you bring me to the topic without even introducing the topic. Wonderful.
Right. Actually,
Whenever I think
coincidence.
about, yeah,
Yes.
coincidentally, yes. And whenever I think about this thing and what is happening outside, it really disappoints sometimes.
Right. Correct.
Because whenever I think about the environment, the first thing that comes to my mind is peace and tranquility. So
Hmm.
there is something magical about being in the lap of nature or environment. It makes you feel calm, live, and connected. Okay, and I would say this one thing: even if you do not plan to go out and you are just passing by and you are just taking a round in the garden, you will feel a difference in your mood.
Yes.
Your mood would be automatically uplifted. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to do much. That is what I feel. What do you feel?
Yes, yes, Rupal, I totally agree with you because I am an ardent lover of nature. I love
Okay.
nature like anything. And sometimes, many scenes that people fantasize about, like having a cup of coffee, sitting on the balcony, and then watching the rain, reading a book on your hands, right?
I do.
Yeah, I also do the same. And I feel that it can really take out all of your stress, your, anxiety, nervousness, everything. It will make you feel more confident because this is what your comfort zone is, right? Sometimes you
Hmm.
don't feel like going outside, doing party or interacting with multiple people at a time. Sometimes we want our comfort zone. So that is my
Yeah.
comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. And you won't believe, but whenever I feel lonely and I do not feel myself and
Yes.
things are more like Monday blues, what I do is I step outside and I feel that cool breeze on my face and I
Hmm.
try to hear the sound of, this leaves, rustling leaves. I feel
Yes.
as if nature is giving me, warm hug. So I would just say,
Right.
and just even a simple walk, I don't have to go far. I don't have to go to mountains or beaches. I'll just say, having a simple walk under the trees feels like a breath of fresh air.
Correct, that's right. And it's a different kind of therapy, you can say, right? Going near
Exactly.
the trees and then breathing into the cool weather, fresh weather, especially nowadays when there is pollution everywhere. Fresh weather is a requirement, right? So definitely it's
Exactly.
no worries, no worries. That's completely fine. So it's a necessary requirement
And
nowadays. Yeah.
And I think we really need to save this environment. It's high time, it's high alert, and we should really, really focus on this. Because at the same time, I can't really ignore how fragile everything has become, the balance I would talk about. Climate change is real. We just don't talk about it in books anymore. It's not just
Right,
a
right.
textbook thing, it has become real. The earth is heating. and we are aware about it. What is this? Why do we feel so hot and humid in August? Okay, this is global warming. This is climate
Correct.
change, right? And I so
Absolutely.
feel that glaciers are, I heard and I have read somewhere that scientists say if this continues, these glaciers are melting and they're melting faster than ever. If this
Hmm.
continues, sea levels will rise and millions of people may be affected, and that is what we are
Right.
seeing. Okay, let's not go far, closer to home. We saw what happened in Uttarakhand recently. Okay, when I
Hmm.
heard about it, okay, I don't live in Uttarakhand, but I have been to Uttarakhand. Okay, that beauty, okay, the peace that surrounds that state. Okay, anything happening there feels a bit disappointing.
Definitely. I was really same here. I got goosebumps, the way it sounded very, very, what you can say, you can never imagine it. It was heartbreaking. And it does not necessarily have to be that if something bad is happening in a place, if you are not related to that, then you will not feel anything. It's not like that.
Exactly.
Even though you do not live in that place for humanity's sake, because we have emotions, so definitely we will undergo the same change of emotion the way their families have to undergo through, right? So I totally agree with you, and that is really something which I think most of the people, they went through that, roller coaster of emotions they felt. And
Absolutely. I was reading news and I realized the floods and landslides were actually,
right, right.
kind of entire catastrophe, I would say. Okay. When I was
Mm-hmm.
actually reading about it, I felt like, okay, it has happened again. It has happened again. Like whole families were torn apart, right? They were torn
Right.
apart, and we were actually reading news that we couldn't find this person, rescue teams are there, planes are there rescuing people. So this is a bit disheartening, I would say. And it
Correct.
was a terrible, terrible news, right? So incidents like this
Absolutely.
remind us that if we keep disturbing nature all the time,
Mm-hmm.
doing for past
Absolutely.
few years,
Mm-hmm.
nature will strike back. Exactly.
Yes, definitely, because it happens most of the times. We have seen the exact proof, Rupal. Whenever we are trying to destroy nature, nature always has their own way of replying back to our, threats. You can say most of the times we don't understand that whatever we are doing, it is not something matured. We are called humans because we have rationality. This is what
Yes,
distinguishes us from other
exactly.
animals. But just imagine, Rupal, you are using that rationality thing, that okay, you forget that sometimes, oh, I have thinking capacity, you are behaving like an animal. That is what we do most of the times, right, Rupal? What is your opinion?
My God, this was so personal. I feel rationality is what makes you human, right? Okay, hands and legs, they have it. Okay, but your mindset? Okay, we often call some human beings they are like animals. Why do we call them?
Mm-hmm.
Because their mindset, because their
Right,
mentality, kind of
right.
actions they have. I have been to Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. I've been to many places, and one thing I have seen common in people,
Mm-hmm.
mostly okay, let it be. Okay, mostly what I have seen is that people lack civic sense. Yes,
Right, right, that's
many,
correct.
and not just one or two, many. Eating something, having a packet of biscuits, and then eating it and throwing it away. And even if your
Mm-hmm.
children are doing it, you're not stopping them. Oh, please stop them. Tell them right away so that they don't repeat this. Okay, and I remember I actually, I had a conflict with one of these ladies in Uttarakhand, okay? What she was doing, some, tobacco and chewing tobacco, and then she spit it out. And I just asked
Oh
her that,
no.
very politely, that,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, I really think that this is not the right place. Okay, very politely, okay? Hindi mein, that is how it is. So,
Mm-hmm.
but she, came up on me. Who are
Oh
you to say
no.
that? Is it your house? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, madam, sorry. But then I really feel such people need to understand that, this nature, this environment is your home. You should treat it like your home. You keep your houses clean. So this
Right,
is the way to
right.
treat the environment as well, right?
Absolutely. Because towards the end of the day, the place we are calling home, it is a part of the world we are living in, right? So
Absolutely.
definitely, I think, Rupal, I should really appreciate you, because although you had thought that there was a possibility of getting a scolding from the other person or getting insulted,
I
still
was very
you
sure.
Still you proceeded, still you went forward and called out that person or the women that, ma'am, whatever you are doing, that's not good. And the main thing is that they know that is not right, still they are doing it, right?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Right.
And I really believe, even if we are talking today about environment, about nature, everything that surrounds nature, global warming, climate change, Uttarakhand floods, Uttarakhand disasters, everything, we
Yes.
can't really stop global warming overnight, right? We cannot really do
Correct.
that. But every little effort, okay, like just give your effort, I would say, just a bit of
Mm-hmm.
effort, like cut down on plastic, okay, plant a
Right.
tree. This is okay. People might listen to me and say, do you do that? Of course I do that. Of course, I have many plants at home. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
trees because I live in a flat, okay, but I have
Correct. Correct.
plants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a
Mm-hmm.
tulsi plant, neem plant, yes, curry leaves. I was, not being able to read for you. So we have
No
little
worries.
plants.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we are cutting down on plastic bags.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever cloth bags we have, we try to use them again and again. Okay. So planting
Wonderful.
more trees, using less plastic, saving water. This is what least we can do, right? Simple things, but
Right.
together they make a difference, I feel. And every drop make an ocean.
Correct. That's wonderful. Whatever you said, I totally agree with you. And it's not that only one person has the responsibility of protecting the environment, just like you said, right? We have to go together, we have to contribute together towards this mission, because although we know that that is wrong, but still the audacity some people have to go against it. Sometimes some people, they are teaching someone that you should not do this is bad for the environment. At the same time, what they are doing, they are doing the exact opposite, right? So
Foxy, we call it.
right.
And the audacity to tell it, okay, you're doing it wrong. But I have learned it from you. I've learned it from you. Why this
Right.
hypocrisy? Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sometimes it really makes me upset, okay, and heartbroken. But whenever I think about environment, I should always think about peace. That is what I feel. But these days, whenever I think about nature, environment, whatever I think about is destruction, because that is what is happening. And but along with that, I feel I am responsible also. Okay, somewhere we are
Okay.
responsible, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, because
Yes, yes, yes.
unintentionally, unintentionally, deliberately, we are doing something which is harming the environment. But we
Correct,
can try
correct.
to curb it. We can try to control it. We cannot entirely, control it, but we can try to do it. That is what I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely. I also feel the same. Unintentionally, we do a lot of things which we do not feel is wrong. But like, we should always try to have a check on our behavior, what we are doing, how it is
Yeah,
impacting the other people. What is the
yeah,
impact of that on others, right? So, but still, Rupal, I feel that in this particular journey, our generation people or the younger generation people, they are having a lot of responsibility, because the generation of our mothers or father or our grandmother, grandfather, they already did the duty they were assigned with, to protect the environment. But now it is our duty to proceed with this responsibility, to start with small changes, how that is from your own house, right, Rupal?
and I'll tell you, I'll just add this. This you plant, you see, this is a plant. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see.
okay.
This is a
Yes,
plant.
yes.
This is a
It's
snake
visible.
plant. Okay, and I
Hmm.
have this snake plant for past 9 months with me, and
Okay.
I treat it like my baby, and it has grown in front of my eyes. I have seen it growing, and it is
Wow.
beautiful, and it is so beautiful. It doesn't require a lot of care. Snake plants
Mm-hmm.
are most friendly. They don't need a lot of care. You just have to water them once in 10 days. So that is what I feel, right? You can do it for the outer environment as well, the gardens
Right,
as well.
right.
Okay, our
Correct.
society people took an initiative. Okay, our society people took an initiative to plant some trees, okay, for fresh air. Okay, if you are
Mm-hmm.
not doing for the environment, do for yourself. Okay, if you
Correct.
will take care of the environment will take care of you. That
Absolutely.
being said, I cannot say anything else.
Right, right. Because it's always the effort, right? Uh,
Yeah.
just like in humans, also, we can see, Rupal, the amount of love you will give to a baby, when the baby will grow up, they will understand and they will also treat you the same. And it is always what
Reciprocation.
reciprocation. Yes, whatever importance you are giving to a person, then that person will also give you the same amount of importance, value, love, respect, care, right? So the same applies for nature. Sometimes we forget that nature is also something which is important. We are so ego centric people, so self centric people, we forget that there is even something apart from us. We forget that.
Coexistence. Coexistence.
Exactly.
Delhi's
Coexistence.
case of stray dogs is
Hmm?
what we can think of right now.
Right.
We
Right.
are often forgetting that coexistence is the key. Okay, so
Right.
people often come and fight with me. Okay, you should see people whom these stray dogs have hurt.
Hmm.
Okay, so I really completely understand. I keep all kind of empathy with those people and sympathy, and I really understand this thing because I have been beaten by dogs twice.
Oh my
My when
God.
I was acting up a bit, I'm sorry. Okay.
No worries, no worries. Right.
Yeah, so I have been, beaten by stray dogs twice. So I know. But I would just give an example. If somebody has a car accident, okay, you don't
Hmm.
ban cars, right? You don't
Right.
stop cars on the roads, right? So I really feel we should take some better steps instead of, just, I don't know what is happening. Let's not, we'll talk about it later.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I really
it's again wonderful talking to you. Every time I talk to you, I feel refreshed.
right. The same applies for me also. Whenever I'm talking with you, you might have seen that I'm always smiling, smiling and laughing and laughing and smiling. The same thing happening in circles. So I
Yeah,
really feel
thank you
that
so much.
you're most welcome. It's like a breath of fresh air, whenever we are
Yeah.
having this kind of conversation. So I would really say that the stray dog incident, I really sympathize with the people, but at the same time, with the dogs also, because definitely they
You
don't
have to
have the
be a little
capacity.
pragmatic about it.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Because as I said, last statement from my side, rationality is something which only humans have, right?
Mm.
So in that way,
Rationality is something that makes you human, I would say, makes you human.
exactly, exactly. The dogs or cats do not have this power. So they don't think before acting. But we do
Mm.
think, right? That is what
Yeah,
distinguishes us. So definitely, I would say that if we get more time, we will be
we'll talk
talking the
more.
whole day, right? So I would
Okay,
say that it was really a wonderful discussion with you, Rupal. And as I was
thank
looking
you.
forward to today's class, it was really evident in the conversations we had. So just two feedbacks which I would be giving from my side, two pointers. First is that the way you interact with people, your friendly nature, your smile, it is really, really very important. It makes the people welcoming towards you. That's really a great thing which you have. Okay. Secondly, your way of speaking, your way of interacting. Like whenever you are just moving your hands, you're using hand gestures, you're also trying to, like your cheerful tone you have, enthusiastic tone you have on your voice. So that is the thing, while speaking, you are using this tone, which makes the people attracted towards you to speak with you even more. Right. So these are the things which I have noticed in you, and my duty is to bring the points which are important after the session during the feedback part. So this is what I
You
feel.
have you have really given me a big head now. Thank you
That's
so much.
true.
That's so kind of you, and I would that it is always, always delightful. I am always thrilled to talk to you. Though we are having our second conversation, but it doesn't feel like I'm having my second conversation with you. Okay, I
Right.
feel like I had many conversations with you, and we are like friends who are coming together to up. You're coming
Yes.
together on a platform to talk because we don't get to talk on calls.
Right, right, right. Correct. I also agree. I also agree. So definitely, I would say that this comfortability, this everything that is there in our session, this is what makes our session special when we are interacting together, right? So I would say that I am looking forward to talk with you again, Rupal. Okay. It
Sure.
was really, really a wonderful session with you. Take care and hope to meet you very soon. Okay.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.